From bell-bottom jeans to neon jackets, we still sport a lot of the popular fashion trends from the past, trendy or not. And whether you lived through these trends back in the day or you want to play with a look maybe you weren't able to experiment with the first time, today we're sharing approachable ways to add a little fashion history to your life. Stylist Reachel Bagley is here to highlight a few nostalgic revivals that have been reimagined for the modern day. Great to see you, sister.
So good to be here.
So fashion's constantly reviving itself, and you say we are using the past as our inspiration.
Absolutely, and we'll see that over and over again. I mean, there's only so many times you're gonna have a wheel completely reinvented.
Sure.
We just keep adding bells and whistles to it, right?
As a stylist, this is what you do.
Yeah.
Do you just ever get tired? Like, do you ever see an era come like the 80s and 90s are so big right now?
I think it's probably harder for me for the ones that I lived through personally,
Yeah.
right? But then I see it on my cute daughter, and I'm like, oh, you're having fun with that. Like, enjoy.
And isn't it funny when they try to educate us?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And
This
say,
is how you wear it. And I'm like, I know what a puka shell necklace is. Thank you.
We did
I'm
this.
aware.
Oh, by the way, bleach tips are coming back.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all full circle. All right, we're going to talk about 3 specific decades and how we can pull certain standout moments from that decade in a modern, updated way. First,
Absolutely.
The 70s.
Right. So we really focused in on 70s disco. And 70s disco is such a fun, glamorous Studio 54 thing, right? And so on this one, we're definitely doing all the shine. Whenever you think disco, if you want to feel that vibe, you go for the shine. You're going to go for the plissé, accordion pleats, you know, and your sequins, all that kind of stuff. And don't be afraid to go big. This is your go big, go home moment. And don't forget your platform heels. That's an important accessory to throw onto this. But to make it approachable, we've just gotten these kind of loose weight, metallic, and this is something you could wear to a fun party, right? And you wouldn't feel like it has to be costume. It's just playful and festive.
Is shine season specific? Can I get away with shinier items in the spring and summer?
You know, I think it has a lot to do with the weight of the fabric. So something like this is going to be a little easier to go all season.
Yeah.
And the less of it you wear, like if you're wearing like a shorter skirt or even a short in that situation, then you can definitely take it into the summer months. But I would say on the whole, it usually leans a little more winter, but we can definitely cheat.
It is an interesting exercise to dissect a decade, because when you say 70s, I think most women's instant reaction is, oh, not me, not now.
Right.
But when you break this down piece by piece, you can still see elements.
Right, and there's so many different trends in any decade, right?
Yeah.
And there's so many subcultures and groups, and so you can pick what really resonates with you and run with that.
And you mentioned the shoes already, but are platforms like a thing now, or is that?
Platforms are all over the place again, right?
Okay.
Like all your platform Converse and things like that, but you're also seeing it in the heels, the Spice. I hope we don't go Spice Girl high, but you know, who knows?
No. Oh no. All right, 80s, let's jump ahead, 80s.
So 80s punk is really fun because it's very DIY, right? Like when you look at the Vivienne Westwood movement that really launched the punk revolution on the London scene, people would, yes, go and buy her stuff, but a lot of people couldn't afford it, so they'd just make their own. They'd be cutting up their shirts and like tearing this, adding safety pins wherever they could.
So it's kind of the creative handmade
put on a buckle, right, yeah. It's all about DIY. And so yes, there are definitely elements. You definitely want to get some tartan plaid in there.
Okay.
You want to have like a little edge to it. It's all about the hardware. Like you have to have some shine. Like we've got some, you know, if you have grommets or rivets or anything like that, it's meant to be edgy and hard, right? This isn't your soft, girly, feminine. You're definitely going to push it a little further. And this is maybe a little more for you than you want to go. Just pick one part of it that you like. Maybe you just like the plaid. Maybe you just like the open knit. You don't have to go all in. You can just pick what the pieces that you like the best.
This is why we love Rachel, and she's such a professional. This is a style stretch for you.
Oh, yeah. Well, I can style all kinds of different things. I can't pull off an edgy look that well, but
that's why I say
love it.
You are a professional, so thanks for talking about that so professionally. Okay, we're to the 90s.
All right, so 90s, all about the grunge, right?
Yeah.
And everything here, the 90s, when we look at Soundgarden and Pearl Jam and, you know, that whole movement that came out of Seattle, we did not want to sell out. The worst thing we could do was look like we were rich and preppy. So we have to look like everything came out of a thrift store. It should be pre-worn in. If it already looks like it has like crease folds in it, you need to rumple that around in the dirt a little bit. It can't fit you perfectly. It's supposed to be mismatched, you know. Put your florals with your flannels, all that kind of stuff. So we still have borrowed that. I mean, this movement grew out of the 80s, right? And we still have some of that distressing and things. But here, it's nothing glamorous about it. You definitely want to feel that relaxed, effortless, casual, I don't care kind of look. And, you know, we are going to put on those combat boots because, you know, we're taking a march against capitalism. We're really pushing ourselves and having a relaxed, good time doing it.
When a woman does this well, it is so effortless. Like,
Oh,
I know
yeah.
even if thought went into it, she just seems so effortlessly thrown together. And I feel like this is a good mom style.
Oh yeah, this is something you could actually pick up the kids in, right?
Sure.
Like this is definitely something you could wear on the day-to-day.
But yet we're trendy.
We're very trendy.
And it's back.
Yes.
Of all these areas, where do you find yourself with your clients and the women you work with most drawing upon?
You know, I see a lot of this
Yeah.
just because it's a very livable style.
Sure.
But you know, if you're asking me, I definitely go more towards the glam disco because it's just fun.
The shiny, sparkly. Well,
Yeah, I'm like a raccoon.
getting dressed should be fun.
Right.
Rachel, where can we get more style inspiration from you?
You can find me at cardiganempire.com, and my handle on Instagram is also Cardigan Empire.
All right, we'll link you over from our website. Great to see you.
Good to be here.
Fun look back at the blasts from the past that are apparently still cool today.